This property here was pretty well dilapidated, and the rumour has it it's got royal connections, whether it's Elizabeth, Victoria, King Stephen, King Louis, whatever king or whatever royal connection it may have been. But however, I'll run you around the side first. It's really aged, this building. It's over in Bocking, and what we're doing now, we're just de-specking the windows. I'm going to run you over the other side of the road so you can see the front of the property. Hopefully there shouldn't be too much traffic, but I can't help traffic, we're by a road. So I'm going to get a shot for you at the front of the building. And there it is. See the Georgian windows, nicely cut in, reputted. All the fancy woodwork at the top has been undercoated and glassed. And you can see all the walls have been completed. Sorry about the traffic, I can't help that though, I can't stop it. I'm not quite that important, I wish I could. But I'll run you along here. All the capping stones have been done. All the mouldings around the front doors been nicely finished. Alright, look at that. Georgian windows nicely cut in. All the glass has been cleaned. And I really hope it's not too difficult to hear. I won't run you around that side because the scaffolders are dropping the scaffold. Up there again, you can see how well they've come up in the gloss. The painters have done a wonderful job. And the render's rough cast. And as you can see there, for the postman, we've brought out the number 3. Running round the back here, we made a good job of this. This was really dilapidated. I mean, the building goes back 130 years old. It's got historic value, and I believe it's a listed dwelling. If you ever look at all the windows at the top, where you've got your dormer windows, again, the rafter feet and the small gables, which are included in the dormer window, have been glossed, and all the rough cast renders been painted. Moving down to the lower windows, these are massive bay windows with Georgian windows at the top that don't open, some solid sashes on the last window on the left, just there, and you've got opening sashes moving across there. And you can see a wide selection of windows where they've been manufactured, changed or refurbed over the years. And the lower window, believe it or not, they've actually kept in sync with the upper window, and it's a lovely building. There's a lot of work went into it. We've been here a month, three decorators for 1 month, and you can see the scaffold is a very technical setup as well. Moving on to the outhouse, which I presume used to be their garage, which has now been converted into a flat. Again, you've got them big pane Georgian windows which go back a long, long way, perhaps 40s or 50s. Same as the rough cast render, that could go back 30 to 40s, I'm not too sure. Up here you've got the porch and the front door, which has been tidied, and you see the thresholds have been brought in with a nice bit of black. And we've got the door knockers here, so we've got some fixings there that have been done. The letterbox has been coated up and hasn't stuck, so the postman can get the letters through the door. These doors are absolutely mullered. They're in bad condition, but obviously with the age of the building, it's more preservation than presentation. And there's a bit of ply, and because this is still sort of hanging on by its last sort of thread, so to speak, that's still a very, very old barn door with good old cast iron hinges that we brought in with the door, because that's what they were brought in with last time. Up here we've got the end gable with 3 sky satellite dishes. I don't think they've got historic value, but however, them sky dishes I believe were invented and created, and the idea come from a dustbin lid. So it's quite clever really. There, I'm not sure what this is. It's obviously either a window or serving hatch, not sure, probably leading to the garden, which I'd like to show you the garden quickly. Again, very good job. It's over in Bocking, external decorations. Not a bad garden. Here you are. Apple tree there. I think they're fir trees at the back there. My horticulture isn't overly great, and my shrubbery and plant knowledge is pretty well minimal. However, you see by the thickness of this trunk, that's been there a very long time, and there's a nice bench there if you want to sit down and get some oxygen from them lovely leaves. I'll give you a quick look from the side. We can't see too much from the side. But you see the scaffolders there working away. So that's the size of the building, and that's it. David Driscoll Painters and Decorators, internal and external decorations. And it's at this point I believe my batteries are low and I have to stop filming. But overall, not a bad job at all. And just here, you'll see, you've got a fabulous wheel here. And if I've got time to move it, I will do. I'll show you this. Oh, look at that. How old's that? There you go. I don't know if you can get a shot at that, but that's a wrought iron gate, which you'd never know now. It looks brand new. And there's another gate there. This one hasn't got a wheel. This one is just on hinges from that nicely painted pillar there that we brought in with the same colour of the wall. So I'll just run down here one more time because I'm quite excited about this job, and you should be as well. Up there you've got gables, windows, down pipes, windows, all been cleaned, de-specced, big gables there. Wonderful job, very pleased with this. David Driscoll Painters and Decorators, based in Suffolk.